Police say a mother and daughter are lucky to be alive after their car was hit by.
We are tracking the investigation into a frightening situation at the Lexington Elementary School. Tonight we'll explain why the school was on a heightened alert this afternoon.
Christmas came a little early for hundreds of students here in Laurel County as the Mission of Hope filled their school's gym with toys.
This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening to you. Deputies say they are lucky to be alive. Tonight, a mother and daughter are recovering after a train hit their car.
It happened yesterday on Hazel Patch Road in Laurel County. Deputies say the driver did not see or hear the train. As Phil Pendleton tells us, deputies say this area can be dangerous for drivers. Phil's in Laurel County with our top story at 5:30.
Police say 63-year-old Annetta Conley and her 37-year-old daughter Melissa were headed over the Hazel Patch crossing when a train hit their Toyota Camry. It happened Tuesday just after 2 o'clock. The impact hit on the driver's side door where Annetta Conley was sitting.
The lady that was driving the car said she didn't hear the train or see the train, and she attempted to cross the crossing.
Driving across the tracks, you can see how visibility could be an issue. Going eastbound, it's even more difficult to see where you're going.
It is a dangerous crossing. It's actually located in a curve. The train actually comes around a curve and continues on into a curve.
The Conley family tells me that Annetta Conley is very lucky. She suffered some broken bones, but she should make a full recovery. Annetta is at UK in serious condition. Her daughter Melissa has been released from St. Joseph in London.
The pictures of the car, though, would make you think that there were very, very, very serious injuries, but I think they were very fortunate.
Police say they've worked a few crashes there before. The crossing has no lights or crossbars.
Whenever you cross the crossing, you can't see where you're going on the other side of the road until your vehicle actually starts over the roadway. So it is a treacherous crossing.
Police say the train that hit the car was a northbound CSX train headed towards Cincinnati with 61 cars and a load of water pipes. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And police estimate that train was going about 20 to 25 miles per hour. We're tracking a developing situation out of Lexington. 2 men are in custody after police say they tried to get into an elementary school. Sandersville Elementary was placed on heightened alert this afternoon. The situation started about 2:15 when police say 2 men showed up at the school and said they wanted to register for classes. A school district spokesperson says parents walking out of the school let the men inside, but a secretary then told them to leave, and that's when they tried to get in through a back door. School leaders say the men got into a car in the parking lot but did not leave. Then police arrived, and the men took off and eventually crashed into a home on Movado Court about a mile from that school. Police officers arrested 19-year-old Jordan Render and 20-year-old Eric Scott. The spokesperson says all the students and staff at Sandersville Elementary are okay, and the heightened alert has ended. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more from police about the investigation.
Investigators are continuing to search for a missing Eastern Kentucky man. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Martin County. Deputies say Scotty Fannin was last seen near his home on Thursday. Dozens searched a nearby lake yesterday, hoping to find evidence. Investigators say yesterday's search gave them a new lead in that case.
We had some cadaver dogs on the lake, and there was 3 different dogs, and all 3 dogs seemed to indicate pretty good that there could possibly be a body, something of that sort in the water.
At this point, divers have not recovered a body in Milo Lake. Anyone with information about Fannin's disappearance is asked to call the Martin County Sheriff's Office. In Henry County, more than a dozen people are in jail after a drug roundup. State police arrested 17 people in Henry, Trimble, and Oldham counties this morning. The arrests are part of a 9-month undercover investigation. Officers say they found 7 firearms, drug paraphernalia, methamphetamine, and heroin during their search. Police say they are pursuing more people, but some of them are out of state.
3 men are in jail in connection with a string of robberies in Louisville. Police arrested Mac Matthews, Anthony Hall, and Dante Harris. Matthews is charged with robbery and attempted murder. Hall is charged with robbery and assault, and Harris is charged with robbery. Investigators believe Hall and Matthews were involved in a robbery at the 7th Street Food Mart back in October. Police say the victim, David Bryant, was shot during that robbery and is still in the hospital. Police say that all 3 men lived together. Enjoy the warm temperatures today because this pattern of beautiful weather, it is coming to an end.
That it is. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking some changes coming in the forecast for the rest of our week. How about it, Chris?
Yes, we are. We are picking up on a lot of those changes. Skycam in Lexington with a lot of clouds. Look at the Skycams across the rest of the area with a lot of clouds out there as well. And those current temperatures that are into the 60s still into all areas. 66 Corbin and Jackson, 61 Frankfort, Northern Kentucky at 60 degrees. Notice all the traffic there on 75 up around the Florence area. What are we talking about as we roll forward, though? Those clouds are eventually going to produce precipitation here across central and eastern Kentucky, and we're starting to pick up on a couple of sprinkles out there now. It's a sign of things to come. What is showing up on your Defender radar network really does not have a whole lot of juice associated with it, but it does have the possibility of, again, for a few sprinkles for now. We will change that up, though, in a hurry later tonight and into tomorrow. Broaden out the view into western Kentucky. You'll watch the skyline on your radar now begin to light up here from northern parts of Mississippi and Alabama through Tennessee into Kentucky. Here's the cold coming in behind this system as we go into later tomorrow, and especially for Friday into Saturday. That may give us an honest-to-goodness chance for some snowflakes around. Gusty showers moving in tonight. Some of those flakes with colder weather. Then Christmas week gets a little busy. It's a busy 7-day when I come back in a few.
Chris, thank you. This time of year, many people try and give back to those who are less fortunate. And today, students at a southeastern Kentucky school received a huge surprise when Mission of Hope stopped by. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is in Owsley County with the reaction.
Box after box, volunteers with Mission of Hope transformed the Owsley County Elementary School gym into a toy store.
Simple fact that some of our students probably get maybe 1 to 2 Christmas presents if they get any.
A day teachers say students look forward to every year.
Merry Christmas!
Each grade takes a turn coming into the now toy and joy-filled gym. Then going down the line, picking out a few toys to call their own.
They smile the rest of the day. They feel like someone does care for them other than their family. It feels like they have a chance.
Teachers like James Cornett, who has watched Christmas come early for his students for many years now, says the day brings a lot more than a bag full of toys to each child.
Anytime we can make a kid smile, that's one of the best things we can do. It's important to us because with the resources we have, there's only so much we can do. But with this group that comes in, we're able to give them more than some other places are able to. Christmas is about giving and not what you get, but what you can give to someone else. And if you can give a child a good holiday, I think that's absolutely amazing.
Merry Christmas!
Spreading the spirit of this season, making sure each child has a reason to smile this Christmas.
This group fills a void that is needed in this game.
In Owsley County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
We should say if you helped donate here at WKYT, you certainly made all of that possible there today. Mission of Hope, by the way, visits 27 schools in southeastern Kentucky to give children this special Christmas.
Shipping companies will deliver hundreds of millions of packages this holiday season with the help of science. We have a tour of the FedEx packaging lab in Memphis. Weijia Zhang helps me show you how the study of boxes helps protect your presents. A bunch of cardboard boxes to you and me is a pile of potential problems for FedEx mechanical engineer David Nelson.
There could be impacts or drops. There could be vibration. There can be changes of temperature and humidity.
Nelson has a college degree in packaging science, and he uses it to make better boxes.
So it's almost like a crash test for cars, but the dummies are the boxes.
In many instances, yes.
There's an experiment for almost every situation.
Packages may fall and land on a corner.
Like this drop test to discover what happens to a box when it falls. A compression test to see how much weight a package can hold before it's crushed. And a vibration test to figure out how trips by air, land, and sea impact a package. The purpose of the test is to protect what's inside.
I can stand on the ends of the box and it's very secure.
FedEx engineers designed new boxes for online retailers to make sure everything from electronics to shampoo arrive in one piece.
A lot of times you're analyzing the interaction of the product with the package.
Nelson says it's more than a science.
It's an art
that requires thinking outside the box.
People are sending something that they put their heart and soul in, selecting for that person.
Especially this time of year. I had to buy a box today to send some presents. I never thought about the science behind it, so there you go. An estimated almost 600 million packages will be shipped between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve, and that's a 10% increase over last year.
It is considered this year's most anticipated film. Star Wars: The Force Awakens will beam into theaters Thursday. Coming up, what you need to know if you plan to see the movie here in Lexington.
I'm Bill Bryant. Another seat held by a Democrat in the State House will be opening up, and Rand Paul's double campaign takes him from Las Vegas for a debate back to Kentucky to ask for votes. The bottom line is ahead.
I'm Victor Puente in Frankfort, where a Kentucky State University student was one of 2 people shot earlier this morning. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you about the investigation into that shooting.